and I always stand by, stand by.
Sure that you check back. And during our segment with Giannis,
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And
I miss you too,
and
Ernie.
I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Yeah, me too. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. And for Houston, this is their first time facing.
And that shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. We're live. And David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix.
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. And looking for a superstar, Danny Ainge held on to his trade chips, and finally Kyrie Irving became available. And that came down when he joined that team. The trade was made. What do you think?
Well, that summer 2017, the Celtic fans were really restless. The Celtics had kept accumulating all these assets. And, oh, we're going to get Paul George, nope. And it just kept falling short. People were mad. And then all of a sudden, Kyrie fell out of the sky. And I was stunned at the time that some people were questioning whether he could be the best player on a really good team or not. Because I always judge these guys by what they do in the finals. And in the finals, especially in 2017, it was just toe-to-toe. It was him and LeBron against Curry and KD and Clay or whoever else. That guy on a bigger stage raised his game every time. And I just couldn't believe that the Celtics got him for what they got. I thought it was an absurd trade.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Irving at point with Brown to his side. There the backcourt. Hayward out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Horford at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Brown throws it down.
Well, here's the thing. Irving draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
And back on the topic of Kyrie Irving, Bill, when Kyrie's healthy, best handle in the NBA, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Man, arguably the best ever. I think hearing the other players talk reverentially about his handle is really eye-opening because, you know, I get a chance to talk to a lot of these guys, and it's always interesting to me who they mention, the other players, like what young guys they mention or whose handle they admire, whose shot. And Kyrie's one of those guys that the other guys really appreciate, which I think matters.
Bill, Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K ESports League will have the staying power of the NBA, WNBA, the G League. A pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check.
Sign
As Rasheed
me
Wallace
up.
would say, CTC. Cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Brown sends a screen for Horford. Back to Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists now in this one.
Okay, 4 for 5 from the floor right now. Wasting no time getting this offense rolling.
And no doubt, Paul is still a top-tier point guard, a determined defender, and, of course, a remarkable distributor.
Houston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
He's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Picked by Horford. Tatum kicks to Irving. Nice ball movement by Boston. Count that bucket. Brown's got 6 points. And the Rockets defense much improved, at least statistically, on the perimeter and inside. What did you think, though? What did the eye test tell you on that?
Well, it told me that James Harden Harden was trying harder.
Yeah, right.
I
think Chris Paul may have changed the culture in that way a bit.
Absolutely. Hey, it's funny because you figure you put Mike D'Antoni and James Harden together, and that's a recipe for a defensive disaster. Mike D'Antoni, when he was in the Suns, they didn't practice defense. I know for a fact, Suns have told me that. My buddy Jalen played for them. They didn't even address defense. So you put him with James Harden and didn't care for a while there anyway, and you just think this is going to go badly. But I thought they were really good defensively last year. We'll see if it continues.
Harden against Brown, and Harden with the basket on the assist by Paul. And it's 8 points for James Harden.
A determined scorer in the face of tight defense. I mean, it only brings out the best of Harden.
Here's the screen. Tatum kicks to Irving. Lets it go with a three. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
And taking a look at some numbers here for Kyrie Irving. Great showing for him last season. 7th in free throw percentage. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And, again, you got to love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. Bill, you're a basketball historian. How do you rank the Celtics compared to other franchises in this league?
Third surliest fans, I would say. Maybe second highest expectations, and the best history. It's out of the history standpoint. The Celtics have the best. Lakers have the second best, but I would not count them because they moved from Minneapolis. And then the Knicks are last because all they do is lose.
And they're so surly.
Yeah, very surly.
And the Celtics making a change here. Baines is checked in. The Celtics shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job there.
And the shot's good from Nene.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rozier against Knight. Rozier the pass to Baines. Good work there as it goes. Morris has got his first bucket of the night.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
And stolen by Hayward. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
This time, I mean, he's getting the shot inside. Hayward is so skilled at finding different ways to score.
Gordon kicks to Knight. Back to Gordon. The three. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got his third assist on the night.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
That's tipped. Outside Gordon. Yep, that one goes. Gordon's got 5 now.
That lightning quick release. Gordon catching and firing perfectly. You can't guard that.
Gordon against Smart. To the paint. Baines. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Knight against Rozier. Ennis in the corner. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Morris. Smart kicks to Hayward. Pass to Rozier. Just 3 on the clock. Here's Baines. James Harden getting it done for Houston. He notched. Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse.
This time isn't going to last long. You know, we have a window.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can counter.
They've gotten an A. Brandon Knight is out there with Gerald Green. Then there's Gordon. And it's Anthony in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go in the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Some very slack defending, playing with fire to leave him that open beyond the arc.
And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So for the Rockets, P.J. Tucker comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Chris Paul subbed in for Knight. And the Celtics also making a change. Tatum's checked in. Rozier against Paul. It's rebounded by Houston.
Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
Bill, a top advisor for the U.S. High School Athletics and Activities Division, recommended that schools adopt esports programs. What's your take on that?
I'm all in. It's probably my son's. The only chance to go to college, so I really hope it happens. Now, listen, the world changes every decade, and you got to change with it. And the reality is, esports is one of the biggest things we have now. And if you're under 15, you're way more likely to play video games and be good at that than you are to do anything else. So why wouldn't we be able to benefit from that? The whole esports in general, just the audiences they're getting, and as a spectator event, that's been building. So why wouldn't that work for college?
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Harden comes in for Gordon, and then for Boston. Al Horford, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Jaylen Brown comes in for Morris, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Rozier. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Thinking about how much sports video gaming has changed over the decades, Bill, can you imagine a 13, 14-year-old Bill Simmons with the 2K product? You would just be all over that, wouldn't you?
You have no idea, Kevin Harlan. I was there for every step of the video game revolution. I had a television and an Atari. I had Nintendo. I had Super Nintendo. I had all 3 of the first PlayStations.
You played them all the time.
I played entire Madden seasons on the treadmill when I was like in my early 30s. Try playing any video game on the treadmill. Try it and try not falling off. It's impossible. I've been there every step of the way. I am pro esports. Basketball, I'm jealous of the people who can play 2K well, because there's just, not sound like an old guy, but so many buttons and so many things to remember. I'm always so impressed when people just remember all the combinations and stuff. I'm jealous.
Like your son does this.
My son plays a game.
I know.
But I could have done it. I know you could. I want to take 1984 me out of a time machine and just give me this game. I would have unleashed.
Yeah, but 13-year-old Bill Simmons would like what 40-year-old Bill Simmons is.
13-year-old Bill Simmons would be amazed that 48-year-old Bill Simmons was getting paid to do anything. He'd really be excited about that. Just that he wasn't living at home. We would have been fired up.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, you realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you. Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And taken away by Paul. And it's Houston on the break. Paul's running from deep. Harden. Second chance shot. And Capella with the layup. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
And the massive wingspan of Capella, I mean, excels at using it to gobble up misses at a high rate.
Irving with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Knocked loose and taken away by Paul. Smart against Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Harden's got 15 points.
Well, Harden's strength is part of what makes him special. Able to score through all kinds of contact.
Picked by Horford. Tatum with the screen on Paul. Here's Irving in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
I mean, who knows? If you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Anthony's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And this comes in for Green. And it's Brandon Knight in for Chris Paul. Bill, what a pleasure to have you with us. Great as always to hear your thoughts, your commentary. I hope you join us again soon.
I'd love it. Anytime, Kevin. Tell me.
Thank you. And Greg, a lot of great sports writers out there, also great commentators. And then there's Bill Simmons. He's kind of carved out his own category.
You know, Bill once said he will never write a traditional sports column, and he stayed true to that. He writes from the viewpoint of the passionate sports fan and brings that to his commentary as well.
And here's Harden for 3, and another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Irving passes to Horford. Picked by Horford. Taken away by Anthony.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Yeah, this could come down to the correct play call, but let's see what they do right here.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive, driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Rebound by Ennis.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
The pass tonight. Here's Harden on the wing. Shoots over Brown. Harden missing again. Brown outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Clint Capella.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
And he sinks the second. From deep, Harden. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. James Harden. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 18 points and 2 rebounds. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous first half he played. Kenny, what'd you think? That about...
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
On the court for the Celtics, filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Tatum out there with Horford, and it's Irving at the point.
What speed in transition. Brown just slashing down the court for the high percentage shot.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Chris, when you were playing, you moved between a couple teams. What's the hardest part about getting traded that fans may not understand?
One is your ego. You don't want to usually leave. If you didn't ask for a trade, you don't want to leave that town, that city, the fans, or your players that have become friends. If you happen to be a parent, think about it. Your kids may be switching schools in the middle of the year. What if you have a kid that's in his senior year in school and you have to be traded and you may have to take the family with you? So many just tough situations for individuals and for families. The bond you develop with fans in the city and players, members of the organization is very strong, and so it's a lot of times it's shocking and hurtful. It's how quickly can you adjust, because that new team wants you and needs you bad.
Good insight. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Horford with the screen on Anthony. Clock at 6. Here's Hayward. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Houston in the lead. Harden outside. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got his third rebound on the night.
They haven't been able to get their legs under them since coming out of the locker room. 0 for 4 to start the half.
And how about that floor awareness from Tatum? That does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
They get it again. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up, rising to the challenge. Yet another lead change.
The Rockets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Horford dishes to Hayward. In the corner, Irving with it. Sinks that one from the post. Irving's got 9 points.
One of the best point guards in the league, and getting inside and finishing. Kyrie Irving.
Right wing. Now here's Tucker. Defense is right there. Good work there as it goes.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's the guy, second-round pick back in 06. Spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
Here's Paul. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
For Paul, he's taken a lot of pride in his ball handling. You see that every year.
Irving kicks to Tatum. Hit by Horford. Tatum drives in. Smart against Green. Shoots from the baseline. Smart misses.
Whoa, the D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
And the wide open shot from Paul. Great look, but off the mark. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Hayward. Great touch on the 16-footer. 6 points for him.
And with a guy like Hayward, I mean, you can forget the analytics. The mid-range jumper, I mean, it's a good shot for him.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And Chris, a unique aspect of Horford's game, he's the rare big who can repeatedly initiate the offense.
Oh, yeah, he's a good ball handler, has great vision. You see him making the right decision time and time again. He's the consummate team player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. James Ennis comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Gordon in for Green. There's a good screen. Irving kicks to Hayward. Offensive rebound. Baines. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Rockets leading by 5. Over to the wing. Paul against Rozier. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, that was the third straight percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And stolen by Gordon. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper, taking it all the way to the team.
Hayward passes to Morris. It's blocked, and he gets it back. Baines dishes to Morris. Celtics passing it around. Rozier with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Left side, Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Well, give the coach a little credit. It's been some great play calling. Each guy doing his part. This is what you're hoping to achieve.
The Celtics have shot 6 or 7 at the line. And the free throw, no good. And the Rockets with a big summer and back with a vengeance in pursuit of an elusive title.
Don't count them out. If they can control Chris Paul's minutes, try to keep him healthy for the playoffs, if they're 100%, they can beat anyone.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. Rockets leading by 11. On the wing, Gordon. Back to Paul. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
He's going to finish his career way up there on the all-time stillness. That's one thing I know about CP3.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Boston also with the sub. Al Horford's checked in for Aaron Baines. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Morris.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
It's his first trip to the line.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
And Morris drops them both. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Harden kicks to Paul. Rebound, Boston.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
Rozier for 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
He does a little bit more in spurts nowadays. But...
And so it's the Houston Rockets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. E.J. Tucker is out there with Gordon. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Superb strength right there. Paul refusing to give in. He converts through contact.
Ball against Rozier. Hayward outside. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. Here's the teardrop. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll start out on the road and play the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And for that game against the Jazz, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. So I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
Celtics trail by 15. And it's Rozier that time on the assist by Brown.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his passing.
Harden the pass to Capella. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Open court basketball at his best. The D slow to catch up, and the assist leads him right to the bucket.
Chris, when you're watching how a team is put together, what signals are you looking for that the pieces now are the right ones for that team to be successful?
Yeah, what I look for is balance of talent. Are you heavy loaded at the point guard position? If you have 5 point guards, it's usually not a great balance. But do you have guys that can specialize in their different areas? Rebounding, shooting, dribbling, passing. Do you have players that can space the floor that allows you to play the system that you want? You have guys that are engaged and have the ego and the pride to want to get stops on the defensive end. So with me, usually I see that it's a balance when you can kind of check off every box that you need to say, yes, we have what we need this season to get where we want to get.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Kyrie Irving comes in for Terry Rozier. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. We got to show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get some stops, and that'll get us going on a run. Guys?
And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for James Harden. Passes it to Irving, and it's blocked by Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Tucker. Paul outside. And the 3 ball is good. Paul's got 21.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. The shot by Anthony, no good.
I'm not sure if the D bothered him or if he just lost concentration on that one, but that's a layup he should convert.
Irving, it's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
Ball against Irving. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. .153 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
And Anthony with the basket on the assist from Tucker. That's 7 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Horford with a screen on Paul. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Capella. Anthony kicks to Capella. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but His scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. And so Irving nails both of them.
Well, the former #1 overall pick. Tremendous success early in his career. Irving continues to find ways to improve.
Now, here's Tucker, guarded by Tatum. Tucker can't get it to go.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
No problems knocking that one down. Irving's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Celtics. Here's Harden. Yep, it counts. Harden's got 20 points.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Houston.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Chris Paul.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Anthony kicks to Paul. From deep three-point range. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Irving. Tatum passes to Horford. And Irving launches it from deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Come on, Irving is a terrific clutch shooter. He welcomes any chance he can to sink these type of shots.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end,